Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In this video we're talking about Forest of Illusion, a whole bunch of emulators on Android, Retroid, the Mister, and more. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, we've got some pretty bad news. We're talking about video game preservation and the Forest of Illusion. For those who may not be aware, the Forest of Illusion was a website dedicated to video game preservation. They had a lot of very unique and very hard to find stuff on there. They had game prototypes, game betas, and even cancelled games, and even more. Unfortunately, the Forest of Illusion is shutting down, and they did release a statement. They said, as we reach the end of a 6-year journey dedicated to game preservation, we must regretfully announce the closure of Forest of Illusion. We've come to the decision that we can no longer keep the project running. This is for a few reasons, but is primarily due to not being able to provide the necessary time and energy needed to maintain our cherished platform. And on Twitter here, they provided even more context. Unfortunately, the donations just aren't able to keep up with the insane server costs, and I'm unable to keep paying out of pocket and working on everything 20 plus hours a week. The site was only run by a total of 3 people, so it just wasn't really enough to keep it afloat long term. Fortunately, there still are some preservation websites out there like the Hidden Palace and the Cutting Room Floor, and to my knowledge these are sticking around. However, this is a massive blow to video game preservation. So I just wanted to take a moment and thank the people behind Forest of Illusion for everything they've done over the last 6+ years. They've done a lot of cool, incredible, and extremely valuable stuff. And the silverest of linings here, the thinnest of silver linings here, is that this wasn't done because of copyright claims or anything like that. Moving on, and we're talking about a whole bunch of amazing emulators on Android by Robert Broglia. We've got SNES, NES, Lynx, C64, Neo Geo, WonderSwan, and a whole bunch more. Some of these are free, actually just one is, and the rest are paid. And every single one of these here got a brand new update. So they fixed an issue where the sound stops working after it's muted during fast and slow mode. They've added a target frame rate option for running emulation at a lower frame rate to save power, or if the device can't deliver a stable full frame rate. They've moved the skip late frames option into target frame rate menu as full no skip. And they've removed the unneeded reduce compositor lag option as its functionality is now managed automatically. Now, if you wanted to support the developer, you can buy them on the Google Play Store. However, these are free and open source emulators, and you can find them for free on GitHub. If you're curious about that, I'll drop a link in the description below and feel free to check them out. And speaking about developers, next up here, this is a quick one. We're talking about the Mister. The Mister just got a brand new core here, Tamagotchi. If you were around during the late 90s, you might remember the Tamagotchi pretty well. If you don't, well, it was a very interesting piece of technology that I think recently made a pseudo return. If you know about the Tamagotchi, let me know in the comments below. If you had one, let me know in the comments below. But moving on, and we're talking about a brand new retro gaming handheld. Now, I think I said Retroid in the beginning of this video, and that's because I was thinking about the recently released Pocket Flip. However, Miyoo has just filed a patent here on a brand new clamshell design. I don't know details on technical specs just yet, but what I can see from the design, and the thumbsticks seem very uncomfortable to use. Apparently these are not going to be the final colors, and I'm kind of thankful for that, although some people might actually like them. Let me know your thoughts about this brand new clamshell Miyoo Mini in the comments below. Is this something you'd be excited about or interested in? Next up here, we're talking about a brand new Game Boy Color game, DragonBorne DX. And the demo for this game is now available. Now, DragonBorne DX is scheduled to be released sometime this year and will be priced at $55 once it's released. However, the demo for this game is 100% free. If you are curious about this one, if you like Game Boy Color stuff, I'll drop a link in the description below. And last up here, if you're a fan of Vampire Survivors, you might be really glad to know they're making a brand new animated series based on the game. Now, interestingly enough, the Vampire Survivors animated series seems to be a pretty serious affair. It's being produced by Story Kitchen, which is created by Derek Kolstad, who you might know for creating and writing John Wick. And also Dimitri M. Johnson, who has produced a whole bunch of stuff here, including Sonic, Sonic 2, Life is Strange, and Little Nightmares, and upcoming Tomb Raider. So based on this, I'm kind of curious to see where this animated series goes, and I'll probably give it a watch. Let me know your thoughts about it in the comments below. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. We talked about a bunch today. Let me know your thoughts about absolutely any of it in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos, don't tempt fate, save your state.